Hello, I'm Jamie.
Hello, I'm Mark, and it's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. Instagram. How is everyone? Is anyone about? It's Tuesday night. It's 7:30. It's time for the Jamie and Mark Show. Only kidding. It's time for Through the Garden Gate. See if Jamie's about.
Hola.
Hola.
Show off.
I'm not at home.
No dirt. You're on a beach.
I'm on the beach. Sunset will be going down there in 20 minutes. My wife's just joined from the bar. So with all my friends, I think, who are at the bar at the moment. Hello, Mark.
Beautiful. Hello.
All right.
Not too bad.
I'm in Ibiza.
Lovely. You've got a nice boat to you.
Yes. I'm not surprised. It's been very warm.
It's rained all day here.
Oh, no, not again. Not again.
Doggy Britain.
Which boat's mine, Catherine? Oh, I think, let me turn that around there. I think I'm going to have that lovely grey one there. It's really posh, that one. And I might have that one the day after, maybe. Yeah, so I tell you, that's a bit of a coincidence because Mr. Plant Geek's just joined, and I feel like Mr. Plant Geek doing lives from all around the world.
Yeah.
Hey, JJ. JJ just joined. How you doing?
Evening.
Oh, that's the wife. Before anybody knows, Racetrack the Hack's the wife.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't. We want to hire a boat, but they won't let you have one unless you've got a license.
Well, that's probably quite sensible.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, when you've sit and had about 5, 6, maybe 7 beers, you don't need a license. You think you don't need a license. Which way up is Riddler's head? Yeah, I was
in tribute to our guest tonight. This hat. It's far too warm to be wearing it, but it's in tribute to our guest tonight.
It is. Yeah, I thought earlier, I'm gonna be like Mr. Plant Geek doing live from around the world.
Swarming up the rhubarb crumble. Nice.
So most people have probably heard. We'll say now, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Ben's had to move away from Through the Garden Gate. We're not calling it that. Still going to be through the Garden Gate. But unfortunately, yeah, Ben's got so much on with everything. Look, we all know that, bloody hell, he's got so much on with the garden and his kids and family and everything else. So Jamie's in Felixstowe. Hold on. Does that look like Felixstowe, Michael? It is, in fact, Ibiza. And once this live's finished, I'm going to San Antonio. I'm going to get on it. Not really. Yeah, so from now on, it's going to be me and Mark for a while anyway. Yes. Unless I'm doing that. I could have Southwold, yeah, maybe not, yeah, maybe. Harwich. Oh, look at all these. Come on, it's bloody Ibiza, for God's sake. Look.
You need some drunk Brits, and then it really will be.
Yeah, they're all up. They're all at the top. They kept saying all day, we're going to come down and start pulling moonies and things.
Thumb behind your head.
Go for it. Clacton, Kerry? No, it's not Clacton. It's definitely Ibiza.
Apparently, we need some female balance. Does that mean that Ben was the feminine element of Through the Garden Gate?
Oh. We're the two manly parts of it. No, yeah, so, yes, Portinax. How did you know that, Claire? It is Portinax. Have you been?
She's got a reputation for being a great, no doubt, on the karaoke champion, probably.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I love Portinac. I'll see Claire Radsby. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really nice. What is it now? Temperature's 20 degrees, and you got to remember we're 8:30 now.
So you're an hour ahead.
We're an hour ahead. Yeah, that's why I messaged you yesterday. Just said, what time is it there now? I just want to make sure it was the one way or not the other.
Yeah. Be on at the wrong time.
Yeah, I've been sitting there and they'll be 6:30. I mean, come on, Mark.
Where is he?
Yeah, where is he?
Like what we had with what was her name? Ben's guest right at the beginning, and she got all the times wrong.
Oh yeah, from America.
Yeah.
Oh God, what's his name? That's really bad. We should remember our guest names.
Completely slipped.
I've got an excuse. I've been on mojitos all afternoon.
Hiya,
Kim.
Garden, My Serene Garden. That was it.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So I've been. I might be a little bit tipsy. I've been on mojitos and beers all afternoon. I'll blame it on the sunstroke. You've had a bit of news this week, you bugger.
Oh, what a bit of news that was.
Stringing us all along.
Keeping it quiet.
Stringing us along and giving us... I didn't get any of the clues. That was rubbish.
I thought they were quite good. The first one was ingenious.
Explain it.
So the first one was Pamela Anderson running into the sea.
That's right, yeah.
And her character in Baywatch was CJ.
Yeah.
Chris's initials are CJ.
But when anybody looks at Pamela Anderson running the sea, you don't think of her initials.
Right. So yeah, Chris is my new assistant gardener. 2 days in, doing very well.
Fantastic! It's amazing. How did you angle that with your boss?
Well, it's quite simple, really. Get Chris on site, get him to meet him, and the rest is history.
And he can't not.
He can't not. Once get him in.
So that's at least for the growing season.
Yeah, it'll be at least till end of September, October time, and possibly bits and bobs over winter because we've got lots of moving of plant stuff to do. So there's going to be a lot of big projects that will just extra help here and there.
That is, Kim just said that's the best news ever. That is. It's just absolutely amazing. You're going to have such a fantastic time at work now.
Oh, it's so fun. So fun.
It's going to be brilliant, it really is.
And he's so enthusiastic. He's so passionate about making it a success as well. So
yeah.
Two people on board on the same wavelength, it's got to improve things.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday when he was helping me with the bed that I'd started on Friday, and I got like one corner of this bed done, my own, and with him there, we got the whole bed finished.
Exactly.
Yeah, just not even just from having more manpower there. It gives you that drive that
it's morale and that get the pick up and definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So it's had a really big lift.
Yeah.
Really with it all.
Caroline, I'm in the back garden. Can't you tell?
He's moved.
Yeah, I moved to Ibiza. I wish. No, Kerry just said. I messaged Chris earlier and said, "Oh, it'd be great when we all come over and have a gardening day with you both." And Kerry just said the same. That'll be they won't get much work done though. We'll just be mucking about all day.
I've made sure the boss is away, so we don't hold off. Yeah. This is not a garden party. You're supposed to be working.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's really good news. Really, really good news.
Yeah. Brilliant. With
right,
all the going on.
Let's talk about our guest, shall we? Have we done all our news?
I think so. Have you got any news?
Apart from I'm here.
Being in Ibiza.
I'm in Ibiza. That's it. Not done much gardening for a few days. I keep posting. You nearly you did let it out this morning.
Racking up content to release whilst you're in Ibiza.
I did, yeah. I was filming everything. I didn't sit laying on the sunbed trying to put some bits together to post. But It's a first, isn't it? Through the garden gate from another country.
Yeah. Well, we'll be on 3 different islands with our guest tonight because he's not even on. So.
Wow. Brilliant.
So tonight, there's nearly 2,500 subscribers on YouTube. Has moved from London to the Outer Hebrides, gardening in the natural way, owner of a croft, featured in a BBC series, a seaweed farmer, a duck owner, growing in one of the wildest places in the UK. It's Alexander Thompson Byer at Growing in the Wind.
Get him in. Where is he?
Yes.
Hello,
There he
hello.
is.
And he's on.
I thought, why not? I'm Steve sporting one, so I thought, why not? So I'm parenting at the same time, but it's all good.
Did you plan the hats together? Did you? You didn't give me the memo.
I just saw him. I thought, why? I can't leave him out. That's why I thought I'd join in.
I don't think I'll get away with a hat like that today. It's about 22.
I'll let you off.
Cheers. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
And you, Virtual Shake. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I see
definitely.
you sunning yourself in Ibiza. It's lush.
It is lush. It's absolutely amazing. It's really weird. There's so many people that over the last few weeks have said, I'm going to Ibiza. And they go, what? You're too old for Ibiza. You're going to start taking drugs and go raves all night? No. That's just one part of Ibiza. Ibiza's a lot bigger than that.
It's true. Everyone just thinks of, what's it? Club reps and all those type of shows and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There's more to life than that.
Yeah, my friend who would come here, Julian, he's been watching all those several weeks beforehand. He said, you need to watch it. They look really bad. I went, no, I don't need to watch any of that bad stuff before we come to the same place.
It's true.
I don't need no nightmares.
Definitely.
Can I call you Alex, or has it got to be Alexander? Because
Everyone always starts with that. It's Alex, whatever you feel the need. Alex is easier.
Alex,
So Alex.
brilliant. That'll do me, because I'll just mumble and go. How are you then? What are you up to?
Me?
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, me? Well, recently, I'm talking about now, I'm moving house at the moment in time. I pretty much moved everything right now. So I've just moved house, which is one of the most stressful things on earth. And yeah, I've just moved 3-bedroom house, nice garden, nice front garden, nice back garden. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. But as into all the new people here, I live in the Outer Hebrides, which is in Scotland. And I've been here for almost 4 years now. Almost 4 years. And we've got a croft. And I have a son who's here doing his best Mowgli impression right now. And yeah, so he's quite distracted. Don't give kids penguins after 7 o'clock. Anyways, it's fine. But no, it's honestly, it's a lovely place. It's one of the best. Like a lot of Scottish people say it's true Scotland. There's hardly any trees, which there were a lot of trees originally. But back in the day, like the Vikings came over and they chopped loads of trees down to make wood, well, not make wood, make boats and all sorts of stuff. Yeah. And obviously the climate's changed. And it's just hard. There are a lot of trees here, but because there's a lot of deer, there's a lot of rabbits, and there's a lot of voles, and a lot of sheep just like wild. They just get grazed down, so they never amount to anything. They just kind of exist they don't thrive, they just exist. And there's a lot of trees that are about maybe a foot tall, maybe 2 foot tall, and it's just, the winds are insane. Like I said, I've never been in such a windy place. And the first time I visited this place was 2015, and that was spring. So it was nice. I got like the best weather. It was like March is so hit and miss. I always find like March is like October, but things are growing up instead of down. If that makes sense. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't like 3 months. You mean it's funny that way. But I lucked out with the weather. It was amazing. But like the wind here, it's like you do the whole Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal. You know, the whole lean like on some days. Really? It's insane. So wow. It's just crazy how things actually adapt and grow. Like there's some plants here I didn't think they would do well. You know, fuchsia. Fuchsia does really well here. There's like obviously willows are given, but like there's so many plants like that. I miss how easy. If I say easy, it's not really easy, but at the same time, in London or the UK or the mainland, or in London down south, you can put a tree in, and within like let's say 10 years time, it could be 25 foot. Whereas here, you don't know what it's going to do. Like you get grazed on. Obviously, you got deer fencing, but it's all the wind and everything. So it's a challenge. But like I said, I like a challenge, and it's just a fun place to kind of experiment and bring all my knowledge down here. And just obviously, I'll speak to the locals. I'm not like ignorant. It's kind of fun to learn from, like, stand on the shoulders of giants, basically.
Yeah. So you just said you used to be in London,
Yeah, South London.
and now you're in the Outer
Yeah.
Hebrides. Why?
Oh, family stress, and just the work-life balance was just skewed. Like we had my son, and we moved to Crawley, and most of my work was in Wimbledon, so it's like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours in the morning, and then eat the same amount of time back, and just like spending like 3 to 4 hours in my van. It was just like leaving the house at 6, getting home at 6. It was just too much, and I just kind of felt like I'm gonna explode here, or like just implode or something. So I just thought, you know what? And my ex at the time, well, my partner at the time, was just kept saying like, oh, we should move here, we should move here, and I kept saying no, it's a bit bleak, it's all this kind of stuff. And I just said, you know what? Like, because another this was almost like the kind of icing on the cake. Spoke to the council thinking I want to be a bit more self-sufficient and get some chickens for the garden. They said, oh, there's only one animal rule in the flat. And I was a bit like, what? And we already had 2 cats, so don't tell them. But I was just a bit like, what? I just want to have just have some eggs. You know what I mean, have some homegrown eggs and have some chicken poo and be able to do what I want. And I thought, you know what, sod this. And they encouraged that. Literally, I was here for 2 months. I got 3 ducks for my son for his 3rd birthday, and it's just like constantly just having. It's just a nice place. And like I said, animals and kind of farm life. I say crofting. It's a very similar thing. There's different subsidies, hence why they call it crofting. But like, it's just encouraged. And like to know we got this space that can have fun. It's just like a big playground, basically.
Yeah.
You want the pillow? Okay. It's always the way. I'm sitting on the cushion. I'm comfortable, and he wants the cushion.
He wants that one. Just that one.
The one cushion we have. There you go. You're welcome. He's polite about it. Manners.
Good. Yeah.
Manners go a long way.
They do. Yeah.
But,
definitely. So is there? Everyone's got a Scottish accent up there, have they? So they are Scottish. Yeah.
Proper Scottish. And it's funny, the accent is different from north to south. So South Shores, people roll their R's a lot more when they say like Eriskir, they kind of roll, and then whereas kind of it's more, no offense to people watching this in North Shores, but like North Shores accent is more like closer to like almost like Mrs. Doubtfire-esque, if that makes sense, kind of thing. It's more like softer, but it's very obvious to know, like you can hear it and stuff like that. But yeah, very Scottish, but not as thick. I think the thickest is like countryside Fife and Glasgow. I can get it back now, thank you. And like Glaswegian and like Fife type thing. But Scotland's a big place. I need to visit more places, but I need to just kind of set up my let the dust settle again, basically.
So you've been there for 4 years, but you're now on your second house within the island.
Yeah, because like I said, me and his mum have kind of parted ways, basically. So it's easier for me to move out, doing the whole manly thing. I'll move out, I'll do this kind of thing. So it's all amicable though. It's all good. I'm only here for a bit, and then I'm moving somewhere else. And then my dream is to build my own house on the croft again. That's what I plan to do. So I've got many plans for that, because it's big enough. Like it's 9.5 acres, and if that was London, there'll be like about 20 blocks of flats on it. Like a Tesco Extra or whatever it's called, local. And so I just thought, it's not that. Plus, they'll be close to him as well. And plus, it's nice to wake up and just walk down and feed the ducks. And feed the ducks. Whereas I miss that. I miss doing that now. Like it's half an hour. I know I can still go there, but it's totally different scenery. Like where I used to be. Like I take looking at the sea for granted. I used to look out my window and all around was water. Whereas now it's like, no offense to Ballyvanic, but it's not Lockheedport. Once you've lived in a place where it's nice and lush and stuff. But I'll give you one thing. This place here, this house here is like, the amenities are amazing. I can walk to the local Chinese, and we do have Chinese food here.
Wow.
They don't deliver. You have to go and take it away. So I can walk to it. I can walk to the local shop. Like there's a lovely beach just over there. Like hardware store. Everything's just close knit. So that's what I got to make the most of.
What's the population then? How big's the population?
About 6,000. I think it's doubled now because a lot of people can't come in here. But I know on North Shores, they did a count last year. There was 1,600 plus, I think, and only 115 kids in the school. But I think obviously there's little kids. But there's having a little. Do you want this blanket? I'm thinking. Oh, okay, there you go. You can have there's like a baby boom, because on the road I lived on there was only 2 kids maybe 10 years ago, and now there's 17 and counting. So I think that's what they're trying to encourage, is a lot of young people to come, because there's a lot of old people. I think the average age of a crofter up here is like maybe 50, 60, one of the two. So they want young people to come here, like, and just kind of just change up the gene pool. Kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Freshen it all up a
So
bit.
exactly, give it a shake up with what it needs.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
Is it for life?
Come on.
Is a croft for life, or is it the same as a piece of land in the
It's weird because if you own a piece of land in the UK, you own it. You own the piece. You can do what you want as long as you can get planning permission for the things that you're asking for. Whereas here you own the rights to it. So that estate, there's North Uist Estate and South Uist Estate, and they own the rights. They own the croft, but you just own the rights to it. So I pay like 30 quid a year just so I can do whatever. And obviously it's a clever way of thinking, because I could dig something one day and might find some like old burial grounds, and then they've got the rights to it, or I can find some dinosaur bone and then they can go the rights to it. So it's just their way of what's that? That's it. Remember, I'm on the phone, CDB. Yeah, all gold. Yeah, they could find gold.
Yeah.
We could. I wish we find gold.
Cool, yeah.
So
don't tell anyone.
Yeah, that's. but yeah, so that's basically the whole crofting thing. But you can pretty much do what you want, like, as long as you're not kind of like messy. Like if someone saw me building a flat, obviously they're gonna tell me off. But like as long as you follow the rules and the guidelines, like it's just like the thing in a small knit community to that is just be nice basically, and just stick to the rules the best you can, kind of thing.
So being a crofter is just trying to be as self-sufficient as possible. Is that what we're saying?
No.
I
think 100 years back, yes, but now no. Now it's a business mindset. So when I signed up to be a crofter, I got the croft and stuff, and there's lots of it's just a business. It is a business. You have to there's only a handful of full-time crofters here, and I think it's the same with many farmers. I don't think they'll be able to survive without the subsidies that they get, and we get a lot of subsidies here, and I think that's the going rate for all farmers. I can't speak for all of them, but like a lot of them wouldn't be able to survive without subsidies. And it's just like a lot of people have sheep, which is one of the biggest, I think. What's the word? I didn't say sellers. I'm not really into this livestock kind of lingo, but like, as in lambs are everywhere right now. And I know there's a lot of calves as well. So I don't know how much you get for a lamb or a calf, but a lot of people take time off just to have lambs right now. So I think it's just for most people here, I say a good 90%, or even 95% of people up here, it's just a hobby, or it's just been passed down because you can get the subsidy from it. And it's very deep, like how the money works and stuff. But again, people have their jobs and they come back and have their sheep. But it's just a way of life, so to speak. Because why not have some land? Why not have like I said, I don't want to go too deep into it, but like it's like a more of a hobby, but at the same time a passion. And we've been passed down, so that's why people keep it on. And it's quite nice to kind of get an extra buck from selling some land that you just raised, because once you know how, it's pretty easy. And if you've got the land to do so, why not? It's just winter time. I think the animals struggle.
Yeah. What did you do when back in London then?
I was a gardener. I was waiting for that question. I was a gardener for a good while. Like, started from working with someone, right-hand man, and didn't really know what to do until someone pulled me aside. And when he was in like sorting out something from the car, and was just like, "Oh, over there, see that," and then just was like, "Oh, what do we do here, Alexander?" And I don't know what to do. Then that's when I felt like, if I'm going to be working in this industry, I need to know what I'm talking about. So I literally just picked his brain every day when I was 20, 21, just turning 20, and just like learned all my knowledge from there basically. And then just every job I had after that was gardening until I started my own thing when I was 27. So but I wanted to bring gardening here. In fact, I moved here thinking that I could just like start afresh and I became a courier for a bit, but it just didn't sync well with me. Like, as much as I was outside, like I needed to be, I wanted to be more outside. Like, I needed to kind of do something that fits me and like working with nature instead of just like, see that. And so that's what I did. I was a gardener, a ground maintenance operative / horticulturist, to be precise.
Brilliant. Is the process of getting over there hard then? It can't be just like renting a house down the road or something.
Many ways. There's many ways of getting here. Like, I used to drive a lot, and I had a van at the time, so it was a lot of traveling. Going then. And Susie's dad, he traveled. He like ferried loads of stuff back in his van to kind of get us here. But you can drive, you can take the train, and then get a ferry. You can fly. There's like all different ways, but mainly ferry and flying. You can't get it otherwise. Like there's no like underground, what's the word, tunnel.
No.
You can get the bus, yeah. There's no tunnel, but it's nice though, because it's like, you know, it's like an island mentality. There's like the crime rate is like so low, because you know, if you were to rob anything, there's no way for you to go, and everyone would find out about it. Like my door's unlocked, I've got my keys in my car. Don't tell anyone. But yeah, it's just one of those ones. Honestly, that's how relaxed it is, and it's weird coming from London, knowing that.
I bet.
But it's just like, it's funny, like, yeah, it's just a weird one, because I've been robbed in London with all my garden tools, and it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But then now I've got all these chains and locks and things. I don't know what to do with them. I might like do like a Mr. T medallion or something. It's kind of crazy, but like it's a lovely place. I like that, especially for him as well. Like knowing it's just safe. And there's a play. Well, here anyway, there's a play park just down the road. So we're going there tomorrow because the day is wet. It's been a wet day today.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. What's the island called?
It is Uist. There's North Uist, South Uist, and this is Balavanik I'm on right now, which is in the middle, like the kind of slap bang in the middle. So it goes, how does it go? Bernary, North Uist, well, Stornoway, Bernary, North Uist, Balavanik, South Uist, Eriskay, Barra. And those, we're in the middle, yeah. So those are all the names of the islands. And they weren't connected until, no, they were like quite recent. But then they put causeways in between. Some of them don't have causeways because it's too long. But then they put causeways in between, so it's like a lot easier for people to get to, which is good. And funny enough, I heard a rumor. I believe it. The rumor has it that some people who live in South Uist have not been to North Uist, and some people from North Uist have not been to South Uist. So this kind of like rivalry thing, that kind of thing.
No,
they don't have to. You've got everything down there. Why would you? It's like me. I've never been to. I don't know where. I'm trying to think. Cambridge. I think I went to Cambridge. I think I have. But there's certain places you just haven't been, because it's just like you don't need to. It's just like that's down the road. There's a lot of roads I've never been down. But again, it's like from the top of the island, from like North Uist, Solace, let's say, or Bernary, will take maybe an hour and maybe 2 hours, or just under 2 hours to drive all the way down to Eriskay.
Brilliant. Sounds amazing.
It's a fun place.
Yeah. So what was the process of wanting to move over there? How did you go about it? Did you have to write to the council on the island, or how did you, or just?
No, we just kind of looked online to see, because we were going to buy a house initially, because we thought, why not buy a house outright so we have a mortgage, and that would be a fun thing to do. But then this is a little tip for everyone who wants to do this, is that when you're buying a place that's very coastal, make sure you look up the flood maps beforehand, because you just don't know. Like, put it on like how many years and what it's going to be like, because you don't want to end up one day coming home and it's just like you're like knee deep in seawater, which would be a fact, because we were going to buy a place which was like 8 meters from the sea, which is lush. Can you imagine waking up and seeing just waves and seagulls and seals and stuff? But again, it could be prone to flooding in how many years' time. So we thought, sod that. And then that's when we thought, how's about we buy the croft and then build the house? And then that's what we did. And then we found a croft that it's been on the market for like 9+ years. And I thought that's a bit weird. But I think it's because it's a road in between. There's like a rental on the other side. There's another house on the other, been tree crofted on there. There was another decrofted bit. There's a bit of bracken, caked in heather. But at the same time, I quite like heather. Like it's like purple hills. What's that? Ticks. Yeah, there are a lot of ticks. There's ticks everywhere down our road. There's a pain, and that's the only downside. Ticks, midges, and horseflies. Anything blood-sucking in my eyes deserves to die. But, Mark knows about flooding. Oh yeah, I've seen your plot. It's wet.
It's not
major flooding.
You need a canoe, mate.
Yeah.
Suki snaps, as you said, do you find the growing season much shorter in the Hebrides?
Yes and no. It is because I say yeah. Because I haven't really grown anything yet apart from potatoes by mistake. I'm not at that level yet, if that makes sense. I'm trying to experiment in that. I got mint. If I won't grow anything right now, it'd be mint, and pretty much that's it. But I need a windbreak or a shelter belt before I start that. But like on the mainland, you guys got it good, because it's like 6 months dry, 6 months wet. It's always been like that. But I feel like now, like sometimes it extends that. Whereas here, it's like it could be 4 months dry, but we do get a lot more light in the summertime. I think it's like even on par. How do you protect what you grow from the elements up there? Oh, that's Rhiannon. That's it. That's who's talking right now. Polycrubs. I think because it extends, you give you a month, an extra month in the spring, an extra month in the. So that's what I need to invest in. That's what I'm gonna try and put up this year is there's polytunnels, if people know what that is.
Yeah.
And then there's polycrubs, which is a reinforced like polytunnel, which is made out of kind of hard plastic.
Oh yes,
Polycarbonate.
yeah.
Is that the word I'm
Yes,
thinking of?
yeah.
They're like developed in Shetland, and they can take up to 110-mile-an-hour wind.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they're like basically like a see-through Nissan hut, basically. Once I can see that. So yeah, that's what I need to invest in. I'm gonna hopefully have a load of them so that I can extend my growing season. And yeah, because I've got a little garden which is surrounded by pallets right now, and you can see the difference of what it makes when it comes to growing anything, basically. So yeah, just a little wind break helps. But again, I've got rabbits, I've got deer, and I've got wild sheep that roam. So this year I'm getting deer fencing in. So then I just have to keep the rabbits out. And as much as I find them cute, but I've pledged war on them at the end of this year. So I'm getting a slingshot because they're everywhere. Like I don't know if it's the same pair, but they had like 7 litters last year. And they're sweet to watch them run around, but like just constantly nibbling on everything.
Oh,
after a while,
they're a nightmare.
Yeah, they taste good too, though.
Yeah.
Sorry for the people who don't eat them, but yeah, rabbits too. Yeah, you got the right idea.
We've got them in. My wife's got a horse field out the back, where she keeps horses, and we've got rabbits galore, absolutely galore. But you're right, they just nibble on absolutely everything.
Yeah, anything. I've seen them eat potatoes last year. They didn't last long, them ones. I swear to God, potato leaves. I've got video footage of them eating it. Crazy.
Mental. I'm dreading the day that they come up close enough to the house where my allotment is.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, it'd be a sad day when that comes, mate.
Then I'll have
Keep your eye on them.
Then I'll have a nice hat like yours.
Someone said, you need ferrets. No, that's another thing. That's a bad thing because I think someone had some polecats as ferrets, and I think they got released or escaped. They're great at escaping. And I had a polecat problem because I had about almost. I think the maximum amount of birds you're allowed to have is 50. They're changing the rules now, so you have to register all the birds now, haven't they? They're trying to make it more difficult.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, a bit of a faff. But anyways, I had a load of birds, and I came back from holiday, and I saw like these 2 chickens that looked like they took their own life. I was like, what are they doing? Why are they like underneath the fence and like beheaded? I thought that was a bit bad. But anyways, turned out it was a polecat.
Polecat's dragging them out.
Catch the thing, but it was very tame. And someone else said they caught one as well, and like it was running around their feet and like bounding around like Bambi kind of thing. It wasn't petrified. Then when I was holding it in the cage when I caught it the first night I put the cage out, I caught it, and I thought it'd be snarling, trying to bite my hands and stuff. It was placid, chilled. I felt like I could have pet the thing. Sorry, but yeah. So obviously I had to dispatch it, but yeah, it's just a pain. It ate about 30 birds. It ate.
Oh,
and then it eats this much, literally. The top half down, that's it, nothing else, and then go to another one. Like obviously the brain and the breast are the best bit.
It's horrible, isn't it? That's like when the foxes get in, they just
Yeah, we don't have them, luckily. We don't have them at all.
Luckily.
Rabbit curry.
Victoria remarks.
She's saying, "I live."
Yeah. Rabbit curry, definitely.
Rabbit curry.
You have to do it.
Wow.
You have to do it.
Set up a market. That'd be good, isn't it? I'd be laughing.
Definitely.
It's like Watership Down near me.
You couldn't you? Do you have a market in place like that, like a weekly market you can go and do things like that?
We do actually. There's one in the East Camp in Thai. What's it called? What's it called again? I forget the name again. That's so sad. It's oh mate, people will be laughing at me if they were watching from US. Anyways, there's a place up the road there, and they've got 2 polycrubs now. They were tunnels, but they kept breaking. And they grow a lot of veg, and they sell a lot of local produce, and you just give your money, you give whatever, when they have people come down and sell their stuff. So they do have odd markets. There was one the other day. It's all on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook as much as I need to, so I can figure these things out. But I drove past the church the other day, and they had, like, everyone was like, plant sale. There was so many different plants, but I don't need plants right now. I was very tempted, but I was like, I do not need plants right now. I don't need them. So, but yeah, there's a lot of markets like that, and it's like a lot of people trade. Like on paper, US is by far one of the most poorest places not the poorest, but one of them. But it's just because people don't just trade money. They're like, you do me a favor, I'll help you out with your car, you help me out with my car, or you give me that bit of mutton, I'll give you that bit of salmon or something like that. So that's how it is. Very much like you give people stuff. So it's quite nice that way.
Good, isn't it? So, tell us about the BBC television show you were on.
Oh yeah, that was an experience. That was it was fun. It was fun but exhausting, but it was all fun nonetheless. And it came about because of just people scouting. Once they can see that, I put my legs. Okay, there you go. A lot of people scouting basically, and just kind of yeah. Well, how can I put it? Yeah, basically after the George Floyd incident, people start to realize that how like as sad as it was, people start to realize how not so kind of what's the word diverse like the industries were. A lot of industries, especially gardening. Like you don't really think of any black gardeners when like it's like Alan Titchmarsh and what's his face Monty Don. So they just went to kind of a bit more color. And I remember there was like a hashtag, give your page a bit more color, and it kind of boosted up on Instagram. And then someone spotted me and they said, "Oh, would you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah," but I was like, I put my foot down. I was a bit like, I don't like those garden. I don't mind those gardening shows, but it's very samey, isn't it? You go to someone's house, they're decrepit or tired or old or something. They go on holiday, they make the garden nice, and then they just like come back and they all cry and they get a drone shot and they got champagne and everyone's like, "Hey." It's just the same old. So I said, if you're going to follow me, you want to do like kind of a fly on the wall type thing. And then I said, I'm going to US. And then one of them almost like wet themselves, and the producer said, okay, perfect. We'll
But
put
they
it through
love
our commission.
that.
And then that's when they followed through. They did a taster tape literally a month, August, September, 2 months after moving there. And then that's when they said, okay, we can do this because a lot of people here in the US, they like when people return. And it's almost a bit like, imagine your people, well, Susie anyway, my Susie's mum kind of felt like it was kind of almost like moving back home feels like you're kind of you're not you've kind of you failed almost, if that makes sense, because you've gone to London, you've got your degree, and then now you've gone back home. But it's like it's a beautiful place. It's one of the great places to raise kids. One of the best places for kids, I'd say. It's just like to have whole beaches to yourself. Anyways, that came about, and then that's when they started to push for it, and then that's why they called it Return to US because Susie was returning, and it's just it was 4 part. It was half an hour each. It was mad. They filmed. It was because normally what they normally do is film for like 2-3 weeks like, intensely, and then move on. But they filmed like 4 days there, 4 days in spring, 4 days late spring, and just carried on that way. So, but that was an experience. It was fun. It was great, and it's sad that they've taken it off BBC now, and it's sad there's no number two. But it'd be nice to be follow up because I know it's not panned out as it was, but it'd be nice to check on the house and stuff and see how that looks. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about my plans in the croft and what I want to do, but like you're gonna wet yourselves, mate. Honestly, you wait till I've got my plans in place. But no, it was a fun experience. I would definitely. There's other things on the cards as well. Like I would happily do it again. And this way, and then it was nice. It was nice to kind of just show the fun side because a lot of people here were worried. A lot of TV series have made US seem like a bit of a backwards place, and they're just kind of like narrow-minded and all sorts of stuff like that, and not wanting to progress or do anything. But I'm glad they showed the fun side of the place because the white beaches, like the kind of honestly it's beautiful. I know the weather's bad at times, like today. You think to yourself like, oh, but then when it's nice, you're nowhere else you rather be. Like tomorrow's going to be sunshine. It's kind of muggy. I think we're getting some of that warm front from you guys. It's just like really forced from somewhere. I don't know where, but it's really muggy and warm, and it's just like it's nice. It's a beautiful place.
It looks it.
Do you get real bad winters there? Not lots of snow and stuff.
Yeah. Because everyone, it's funny. Everyone who, when I first moved here, I said, "Oh, does it snow? It doesn't snow." And then the first year I was here, it snowed. I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And then every year now it's just snow. But then you speak to the elders or people in their 50s and 60s, they said when it was a kid, it used to be like snow up to like just up to their waist and stuff. So there was like a lull. I don't know what they call it, but there's been like a lull in the whole kind of temperature slash climate or whatever, like something's happened for them to kind of well, since Susie was little to not notice snow. She only noticed it once when she was a kid, and then now it's obviously coming back in, and now it's just about kind of commonplace. Like it's just snowing every year. Like around January it will snow. January, February you're going to get snow, but it looks lovely though. But again, you just have to prepare yourself for that. Make sure you get your food because the roads are treacherous and stuff. And like as much as the ice people come down, is that just some days you just you don't want to risk it. So, but no, it's fun. It's like I said, it's a nice place. It's almost like it kind of makes you want to be a bit more efficient, like self-sufficient in a way, because it's so hard. And like as much as you've got shops, you can get what you want. You can buy pesto, I mean, all these different things. It kind of, you've got the space. Yeah, but I laugh. You laugh. Back in the day, maybe like 20 years ago, you couldn't get pesto in apparently, and like they would run out of milk in the shops and stuff. So you'd have to buy it. 1 second, Cedar, where are you? Okay, sorry about that.
Make sure.
But make sure he's not like ran out of the house or something. He's gone to the play park in his undies. But no, and honestly, like it's a beautiful place. I'm very fortunate to be here in this position and stuff. So yeah, I'm just happy. I just can't wait to get the deer fencing in and then go start growing things properly because I've only these rabbit guards, and then I can give them the 2 fingers and be like ha, and then actually watch things develop because it's tough. And I've learned a lot about different species. There's a species. You guys heard of Ollie area before? Only like 20 years back. Not many people are using this plant, but now it's become like it's a very coastal plant. It's from Australia. It's Australasian, and there's many different types that we use here. But Olearia traversia is one of the ones that we use a lot, and it's a bit like kind of looks like an olive, but with smaller leaves and more round, kind of shinier leaves. If that makes sense, and it's very good. It's evergreen. It can take the wind and the harsh weather and the drought. The droughts, as in not really drought. It's drought tolerant anyway. But it can just take like kind of strong winds, and it's a great one to put in place when it comes to kind of slowing the wind down, and then you'll be able to grow stuff. So it's like learning what grows and what doesn't grow. And I mentioned fuchsia earlier. I just didn't think that like, and not a plant because there's not, you know, when you can sit on a London bus and you look out the window and you can see all these different people's gardens. It's not the same here. There's people, most of it's dedicated to sheep. I say like 90% of this place is dedicated to sheep. So it's just grassland. And then you kind of see like some plants that have kind of crept out of people's gardens, like kind of Mombretia and like Leucanthemum and fuchsia, like I said. What else is there? Oh, Alchemilla mollis is up here like crazy. It's everywhere. Like it's especially here. Let me show you my live view. Not really. What have we got? What can I show you? It's kind of wet down here, but because there's not many rabbits up here. Well, the sign of not many rabbits in the area. That means there's loads of dandelions. So this is. Let me show you around. Like here we go. So this is my lawn. Loads of moss. The thing is, I kind of like moss. At the end of the day, it means I don't promote so much. But look, you can see here all the dandelions just here. And that's cedar bean, and that's just tons. There's loads of Alchemilla mollis, and especially in Ballymanic, there's maybe because I got loads of ducks in the croft, I don't notice all the snails and slugs, but here there's tons of snails. Like I saw like 2 mating on the pathway the other day, literally. And you're always going to find sheep. Everywhere. I'm not really selling the place for this view, but at the same time, it's still a nice place. I mean, it's a nice place to be. It's nice and chilled. The beach is literally just over there. Where's Neely's? That way. Do you want to say hello to everyone?
Hello, mate.
Anyways, but yeah, so this is it's just like I said, it's fun. It's fun to learn and experiment in like where daisies grow, where cotton grows, and careful, Cena, and all these things. So it's fun learning. I said, you never stop learning, as you know, and I'll be mad to think I'm going to come here with my ideas and just chuck plants in and think they grow. But no, you just have to watch people and see what they do and just learn from them, basically. But I find if you've got the right kind of, if you do get the nice windbreak and that kind of the soil consistency, you can pretty much grow what you want. But it's just, like I said, it'll just take some time.
Right.
What is the soil over there then?
It's different. West side is very like sandy and alkaline and very kind of fertile though. It's sandy but fertile because obviously sand, that makes it not as fertile. But and then on the east side, where I was, all the croft is very rocky and very peaty. But then if we dig further down, where we've got this stuff called like moraine, which is crushed rock after years of like glaciers, like just grinding rock down. It's like a what's it called? Is it a pessery? What's that thing called?
Oh yeah, pestle and mortar.
That's it. It's like that. It's basically done that to the rocks, and it's just nice. Because I thought it wasn't very fertile. It looks like, you know, the type one that you put underneath paving slabs when you're kind of like that. But then I saw like a little chamomile growing out of it. I was like, oh, and I said they like fertile. So what are they doing in there? So it is fertile, but it's just like very free draining and quite hard to kind of break through. If you know what I mean. So it's good. It's right. Like peat isn't very acidic and alkaline. It's different. It's so strange when you look at it. That's why people prefer this west side. But again, with the west side, you get all the burny winds. And you don't really get away like the sea salt blowing in, and you don't really get that much. Like it's hard to grow over there. I mean, over there, this side would be more for growing stuff and seaweed. Back in the day, over the east side, more for fishing and just like growing potatoes, kind of growing potatoes. Fuchsia, sweet as my mum. So, is there anything that you have found is hardy enough to survive your winters that has surprised you? Um, what is what has surprised me? 1 second, Cedar. I'd say fuchsia because I never really used to use fuchsia. It always seems like it's quite brittle, isn't it? Like you like if I were to run a fuchsia, I feel like it would just collapse. You know what I mean? They're kind of quite brittle. I'd say fuchsia. Go on then. Hey, well done. But I can't think. I'd have to think on that one. I'd have to come back with you. But like I can't like top of my head. What is surprised me? Oh, I've got a katsura tree. If you know what that is, it's like I can't remember the Cersa something. It's Latin name, but it's like it's got a lovely autumn color. It's got almost like reddy kind of leaves coming out right now, and it smells. It's got like a fudge type smell to it. It's like it's flowers, and it's really sweet. It's a plant cedar. Cedar, 1 second, and that surprised me because it's still stand. I moved it twice. Yeah, I moved it. It was in a bucket for ages. Then I planted it, and it's stressed. And then I planted it again, and now it's in like a quite a windy spot, but at the same time it's surviving. And one plant which is alive but looks dead is a plant called I like saying this name, Chimonanthus praecox, which is like some fancy smelling winter plant, and that it looks dead, but it's alive, and I don't get it. I'm like, why don't you just give up? he says it's sleeping, but I don't know why it doesn't give up. But it's that's those two things have surprised me, and winter honeysuckle does well, which I'm glad. Because when I spoke to my neighbour who just next door, she's got a nice garden. I'm not sure if she would mind me showing off. In fact, go on then. Let's show you the back garden. Come on in. 1 second. Maybe the internet's good in here. But this is my back garden. The predecessor was Keen Vegetable Grower, so he's got loads of strawberries in here. There's strawberries with flowers on that there, which is great. And the cats, you can see that's like fallen through. That was like stretched and taut the other day, but we've got this big chunky ginger cat who loves to sleep on it. And we've got I know it's annoying. So I'm gonna keep these ones, and I'm gonna get rid of these ones and like kind of make like a colourful bed. Like Buddleia does well here. Buddleia can grow in flipping walls. So I'm not surprised about that. But yeah, that's my plan. And she's got a nice one. Oh yeah, Forsythia does well here, which is at the back, just down here. And there's one of the fuchsias and stuff. And that's another type of olearia just down here. And geraniums do well too. So yeah, pretty much. There's nothing else I can really show what's instead of going outside, but I get wet.
Don't go out, don't get wet. It's fine.
So yeah, that's pretty much what surprised me. I'm sure there's other hidden gems. We just have to try it. Like, have you heard of a plant called Calicarpa? Yeah, she's tried that next door a few times, and it's just it grows when it's just passed away. Same with lilac. I've heard someone had lilac for a couple of years, and it's grown up, and then it's just going to give it up. Even lilac. So he's going to jump. Go on then. There we go. But yeah, so it's weird. Like Fatsia japonica. I had 2 of them in different locations. I always like to have like 2 or 3 plants and put them in different locations and to see what goes basically.
Yeah.
But something's eating it. I don't know what's eating it.
Oh.
And I had 2 of them. They were happy, and then all of a sudden one day they were just munched. And I know we get a lot of moths here, so I don't know what it was, but it was very minute nibbles, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lots of things to try and error. It's all like experimentation. So yeah, it's a funny place though. It's fun. Like I said, it's fun making these little habitats and microclimates. And like I feel like with a polycrub, what I miss as well is wisteria. Oh my god, I miss pruning wisteria, and I've not seen one here yet. I've not. You couldn't get away with one. No climbers, even ivy struggles up here. It really does. It does work, it grows, but it struggles. It gets burnt, and then it grows maybe like that much. Even bramble will get about maybe 3 foot high here. That's it.
Wow.
I know.
Bonus.
You're like grazing. When you're picking brambles here, you have to go on all fours. Bend down. But you know about getting them above like cedar. Calm down, please. Come on now.
What?
Getting above dogweed level. Sorry. If you know what I mean. Cedar. Stop it, please. Sorry.
Don't stress.
I'll put you in your cage.
Do you get
But
any
honestly,
nasty weeds?
nasty winds,
Weeds, like
weeds.
bindweed and nettle.
We do actually. I have seen it. There was some in Stornoway. I think one of my neighbours has it. I think she might have imported it from somewhere, but I've seen it there.
No.
What else is there? That's the most annoying. I've seen one splash of Japanese knotweed, which in the garden up near Loch Maddie. That's the only bit I've seen, and I think they eradicated it quickly because I told them an estate agent, and she must have told the seller, and they eradicated it like pretty. No, they eradicated all of it, and that's pretty much it, really. Gunnera is considered a weed up here, but I don't think it's like. As much as they say it's invasive, this is me going to go deep here about invasive species, but I feel like for something to be called invasive, I feel like it needs like the perfect like environment to be called that. Like as much as like gunner is invasive here, but it's not everywhere. And I know it does well in spaces. It can like blanket out other things. But if it was that invasive, you'd feel like a not a swarm, but like it just take over the place. You wouldn't see it like it's only in small pockets. And in my eyes, I feel like if it is that invasive, what you do is to take off the flower spike and just use the leaves. I know you can eat them, the rhubarb, and that's a bit more effort. But then you can just chop it down and just like leave it on like where it is, like when it's like kind of crop and drop, as you must have heard that term before.
Yeah.
So also pampas grass is another one that spreads and goes crazy. And I can't remember your question though. Weeds. What else is there? I like thistles, so I don't really call them weeds. I'm not going to say that. I'm keeping them as they are. Much as they prick me and they annoy me at times, I'm not going to say that. Milk thistles we got. That's the most in the crop is milk thistle. But even what's it? Allium triquetrum is I'd say is got weedy vibes. As much as I would plant it, it is kind of going right. Somebody's eating it though. I don't know what. I know I had a small minute patch on the crop, but I don't know what's eating it. But something is, which I find weird. So but that's about it. Oh yeah, mare's tail. That is everywhere in places.
Oh, wow.
That is, what's it called? I don't know it's Latin name, but yeah, that's in a lot of places. It's just so doggy. That's it. There you go. But yeah, that's everywhere, and I can't really think of what else would be here was considered a weed. Cotoneaster horizontalis is considered invasive, but again, that does so well, and I don't know why they called that invasive. I find that silly. Like I said, I don't know. I feel like writing a book about invasiveness or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this, what is invasive and what isn't. But like, it looks lovely. It's struggling right now. I've got about 4 or 5 clumps of it, and you can see it's trying to take off, and it's in the pallet garden, so it's got protection, and it's taking its time. But I just love that. I love the nickname. It's rock spray, and it's just like boosh. Rabbits eat it, which is annoying. I put some out and they destroyed it, so that's why I brought some into the pallet garden. But I love that autumn colour, and it buzzes. You know the sound it makes. You know when it's the flowers and the bees like just all over it. I love a cotoneaster. I wish I had more here. But yeah, it's a lovely plant, and I can't wait for that to kind of establish. It's kind of things are just slowly kind of finding their feet. All to do really well here. I could talk about a lot of plants that do well, but like things just slowly finding their feet and kind of getting established. Because not too long ago, but 2 years ago, I had chickens in the area that I've been working on and having fun with. But now I just let things grow because of the ferret. It's almost like the ferret kind of gave me an epiphany. I just got rid of loads of stuff. Also, not sure you guys have heard of it, but we've got a horrible pest which is called New Zealand flatworm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It is really annoying. It is. It's a pain in the bum, and it eats our native earthworm. They have no defense. It can shrink down to 10 times its size once it hasn't found a worm for a whole year and wait out until another sorry worm passes by and then gobbles it up. It lays about 14 eggs a year, and it's a hermaphrodite. It's and if you chop, this is no joke. If you chop, it's I'll tell you in a sec. And if you chop it into like 10 bits, wait. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, if you chop it into 10 bits, he knows about them. It turns into 10 new New Zealand flatworms, which is insane. So you have to like pulverize it, like, or just like what I normally do is put it in some vinegar, and then it melts, or put it in charcoal, and then it just absorbs all the moisture from it. But that's one thing I'm dealing with right now. But it's all good. Nature will find a balance, and it's weird. It's a bit of a catch-22, and apparently ground beetles eat their eggs, but at the same time, ground beetles like get logs and make a little log pile. The flatworms like that as well. So it's almost like you're inviting the flatworms at the same time inviting the ground beetles. So I'm hoping it balances out. I've killed about like 60 of them.
Wow.
So yeah, we just have to see, wait and see. So I was stressed at the time, but at the same time, the show must go on. I'm still pushing through, basically, because they're out of the paddock gun. They're in one spot, so I know I can keep an eye on them. So that's what I've been doing, basically.
You have to see if there's an nematode for it.
That's true. Yeah, they're going to speak to Australians. Thing is, over there, that I think they know, like ducks and chickens will eat it, but I have to like wash it, and literally you can hold it and you can feel it like burning because it's got like acidic juices. It's got like no,
Wow.
and it just like wraps around. Oh, I was like ducks, it's people. But yeah, it's just I can hear past. There you go. But yeah, like I said, I can feel it to the ducks. The thing is, what I might do is put some chickens in there because I don't have chickens right now, and hopefully they can get them and scratch and stuff. Do you get them down south too? I know a lady in Cornwall that they have them in the front room. Yeah, they're horrible. They're annoying. They are annoying. But again, we will win this war. How's the caterpillar, bro? How's that box caterpillar doing for you guys? I remember it when I left. It was bad.
Yeah, it's sort of evening out a little bit. I think blackbirds have been seen eating them now. They found a way of getting through the webs. So I think, you know, the birds are learning how to deal with them a little bit. But yeah, it's still quite.
Yeah. It was really annoying. I used to get paid. My client used to pay me to pick them off.
You see them everywhere, don't you? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Every bit of box is just ruined.
But at the same time, that has made people think about other hedges that they can get away with, if that makes sense. That's the only good side, I think, of it.
Yeah.
I find.
Yeah. Move to the natives.
Yeah. Basically.
Joe put a question on a little while ago. He said about how do you get away with the salty winds, I think, from off the sea and the growing stuff.
I'm close to the sea, but I'm not. Because I'm on the east side, I don't get the kind of our prevailing winds are from the southwest, and I'm on the east side, so I don't really get that many. But you do see them rip around. They can hit the house, which is like a good maybe 100 meters from the sea. So, but I'm fortunate enough not to be in that kind of the prevailing wind. So, you do see some burn, but I think mainly on the west side. Because I'm on the east side, I don't really see it that much. But plants can cope with salt. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people just get seaweed and put it on their beds, but they don't like wash it. And I've done that. I just I say, you know, monkey see, monkey do. So I'm like, all right. So plants can take it, but like I said, a bit too much, then they can't. But like I said, very fortunate that I don't get. But there are some plants that do. I've noticed the kind of what's the word? The wind burn. I don't think it's salt. I think it's more wind burn more that does the damage than the salt. Like because as much as southwest is prevailing from the southeast, we've got Aval, which is the highest point in North Uist, and I get a more technical term now. It's called katabatic wind. And what happens is when wind goes down a hill, and it's almost like snowball, isn't it? And it just builds up. So when southeast can be strong, I mean southwest can be strong, the southeast can be just like crazy. I've seen it break like my electric fence when I had it up, and it's just like it just batters things basically. That more like it's crazy. So it's more wind burn than salt burn on my side, which I'm very fortunate for.
Wow. I just noticed look how dark it is here, but then back in Lincoln in the UK, look how light it is at Mark. It's unbelievable.
It's grey here as well. Nice evening.
Yeah, that's all right here.
It's still bright there.
Sunbathe though. I wouldn't sunbathe, but hey.
What are we? Oh, still 20 degrees here at the minute, so we're all right.
Tell us about seaweed farming then, Alex.
Yes, so I fell into seaweed, farming, harvesting, same kind of thing. When was it? So I went to this guy's house for dinner, and he said, "Oh, you should try this out," because I wasn't too happy doing curry. And then I started seaweed harvesting, and it was great because there's two methods that we have up here. There's boat and rake, which is basically stand on the boat, and you've got a long rake about a good meter and a half, and you just rake the seaweed into the boat, and you chuck it in, and you literally fill the boat up, which was fun. I thought this is amazing. I love doing this, but then I thought, oh. But then I had to do all these tickets and stuff, and I don't mind being taught, but it was just at the time I just felt like I didn't want to be like pinned down to be like getting a license and doing all this stuff. And I was a bit like, do I need a license to get a boat just so I can cut seaweed on the shore? And I was like, no, perfect, I want to do that. And I thought, wicked, got my boat, got all my stuff, and I learned. Don't get me wrong, I learned the hard way. I worked with a lot of people, but I learned a lot on the way because the sea will humble you on another level. So I'm cutting this Saturday, funny enough, and the weather is amazing. But I think midges are about, so I need to kind of get myself prepared for that. But it's amazing. Honestly, it's a beautiful job. You go out there, I see more. I always say this. I see in the summertime, I see more jellyfish than people. I see some more cormorants than people most days, and it's just like a beautiful job. It's very laborious, though. Like it will test you. Okay, then go and hide. Yeah. Kite. Yeah, it's a good game to play right now, isn't it? Okay, I close my eyes, and then basically, and then yeah. So it's just it's a great job, and it's I'm coming, ready or not. But so basically, it's honestly, it's a fun job, and it's like it's you see places that not many people will get to see, if you know what I mean. Like just me, when you're sitting on a rock, and it's this beautiful like landscape, and I've got these hills in front of me, and I just like sea eagles sticking about, and then you see like seals kind of coming up to say hello, and then it's just like, yeah, I can't think of any like a better word right now. 'Cause I'm trying to play hide and seek. But no, it's but no, honestly, it's a beautiful job. And I say, anyone who comes up here, give me a go, give us a shout, and can come and join me and see if you'd like to come and work with me, basically, because I'll show you the ropes, and it'll be nice to get stuck in and just experience the fun of being at sea and sitting on it. It's like survival, especially in the winter time. Because one year I stopped, I didn't cut for this, is it January, February, and March? December, January, and February. I just got itchy feet. It was too much. I'm coming, and then but this year I worked, and it was like I forget how kind of it's just almost like I think I'm like this close to coming like to what's the word, hypothermia sometimes. It's so tough, it's so raw, it's so rough, but it's just like you're sitting on the shore munching your food, and it's like it could be snowing as well. But you just like the show must go on, because if you stop, you know you're gonna get cold, so you have to keep moving, and you just like keep going and telling yourself. It's like very much like mind over matter. One second, we go find it. It's like mind over matter. What is this? What is this? Found you. But anyway, go on then. Got to get in a bit of hiding place, Sophie. That was kind of easy. Go and hide upstairs. That'd be good. Okay, I'll close my eyes then. Go on. But no,
What seaweed is it? What seaweed do you harvest?
We go for a seaweed called Ascophyllum nodosum, which is the most prevalent weed up here, and it grows everywhere. And it's like I think the common name is like rockweed. Come in. Rockweed, and it's just a nice chunky stuff. It grows about 15 centimeters a year. I think that depends on the spot. They say that, you know what I mean? If you give the plant the right environment, it's going to grow faster than it normally grows.
Is it a big thick kelp thing?
No. It's like the kind of the small, like just like it's brown, and then the new stuff is kind of almost like a yellowy mustard, and it kind of grows about a good maybe 6 foot long. Found you. But like it's just like. Yeah, and it grows. It can take what? So, for example, say I harvest like a good 10 meters of it, like a patch. It will take about 4 or 5 years for that to replenish again, for me to kind of make it just the same amount of profit on it. Okay, the same amount of profit from it, basically. It's going upstairs now. But it's and I don't think they cut anything else. I think there is another one called Fucus. Come in called Fucus, which they tend to go for, but I don't think I don't think we do that anymore, because they've got like some mechanical harvesters, and that kind of they go off on that, and they do. That's just all. I don't know. I don't want to go to all the ins and outs of the seaweed thing, but we should be paid more. Put it that way. Okay. We should definitely be paid more. They're making stupid money. Seaweed is like the superfood right now, and it's one of those jobs where I like it because I'm not qualified, but again I know what I'm doing. I'm not saying I'm like an expert, but I know what I'm doing, and I can cope with it. And I can get up on like the moon is my boss, basically, which is kind of nice. And I go out and cut weed, and then come back and get some money for it, instead of having to like pencil push and write down times and write down times and all sorts of stuff. So it's a fun job, but again, it's not forever, because I mean I'm only 30 something, but again, I'm gonna. Sorry, you can't see me now. Find this little one. I think I know where he is. But no, it's a fun job. And like I said, I feel like there's room to grow in it.
Yeah, sounds amazing.
See that?
Sounds brilliant. I love his name. His name is amazing. How did you choose that?
I chose his name before he was born. I felt like I needed a strong name. Who the hell is he? It's a good hiding place, Cedar. Yeah, I chose his name before. And this is his Aurora. We get to see Aurora here, by the way. I missed it the other night because I was sleeping. This is his fake Aurora.
This is fake one, is it? That's been everywhere the last few days. I'm away from the UK, and everybody's been seeing it at home.
I did. You've seen it on Nottingham, everything.
Yeah.
I missed it.
But it is.
I've been to Iceland to see it, and I didn't even see it then.
I know, I same. I went there, it was horrible, it was cloudy, it was annoying.
Yeah, absolutely terrible.
But yeah, so that's basically seaweed life, and it's good job. Yeah, so that's life up here with seaweed.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I'm going out on Saturday, and the winds are like because there's a weather channel called XC which I tend to follow. They're all right, they're okay, but with the wind and stuff. But funny enough, when you come here, you will find that you check the wind pretty much all the time. I've never checked the wind more in my life than I've done, even without being a seaweed harvester. Just need to check which way it's going to blow, because if it's blowing a gale, like you've obviously got a pin. So I've seen things move what I thought I wouldn't move. Like I've had 85 mile an hour winds that move this duck coop, which is like needs like two strong people to move. Basically, just like flipped it and just flown like it's insane. It's the wind is like powerful. Like I said, it will humble you like on another level. Like things move. The other day, it blew like little easel things or vice things, blew the wind, blew this little vice I left in the wind. It bounced down and smashed the window of my old car, basically, which is a pain. It's fine. It's like I've got this sticky stuff which has kept it there, so it's shattered. But I can't remember what I was talking about. What's the point? I kind of drifted off in my head.
The wind.
Wind.
And the weather.
Wind, weather. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, it's lovely blue because it goes like blue, which is like pretty much under 10. Then it goes green, which is in the teens, and it goes to yellow, which is in the 20 to 30, and then almost 30 gets to orange, and then it goes red, and then it goes like almost burgundy, and then it goes like almost black. But it never gets that bad. But this weekend it's nice and blue, which should be nice and still, and I can just take it in. There's gonna be sunshine. It's weird as well. I get like more tanned here than I do in London at sea, maybe because it's bouncing off or something. I'm getting like evened out kind of thing. So I might get like a bikini out. But again, it's just nice weather to cut seaweed, nice weather to tow, because you don't want any chop. Because when there's no wind or hardly any wind, it's just a nice tow. You can take it in, and it's just like nice and peaceful. You can put some tunes on and just take it in, even make a phone call, if you know what I mean. But honestly, it's a beautiful job.
Amazing.
Sounds amazing. Sounds really, really good. You have to be careful. You keep saying I'm going to go and harvest some weed.
I know, it's true. I've got a nice big ball of weed. We're gonna go get some weed. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a fun job. It's rewarding, and like knowing that you can have. Yeah, it's just fun. It is fun. Like I said, like anyone who comes here wants to stay here, because I want to do workaways one day and like kind of or woofing, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
and have people come down and help out. So that'll be a nice thing to do.
That would be fantastic. Really good.
So what do you guys? I know you're a gardener, Mark.
Yep.
So James? I know you're sunning up yourself in that. Are you both gardeners then?
No, I'm an electrician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm an electrician, but I garden as a hobby.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, garden and grow a lot of veggies, really. That's my main.
Yeah, more than me. That's what I thought. But like, I'm big on as I was a gardener, I kind of was big on the ornamentals, but I'm slowly now starting to kind of go into greens. I've only literally like maybe spent like 1.5 years kind of growing properly on all vegetables, basically. But I'm slowly getting there. But I know what plants like, I know what they want, kind of thing. But it's just kind of getting that. And every time I've kind of got into it, I've had to move or do something. So yeah. But it's getting there.
I'm the other way around. So I'm now moving on to ornamentals the last couple of years. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm big on them. I do love an ornamental. They look pretty.
Yeah.
I was always like, just go down Sainsbury's. There's nothing like growing your own stuff, though, mate, isn't it? It's like the best.
It is. Yeah, of course it is.
1 second. Cedar, don't do that, please. He's getting more and more outlandish right now. He's trying to get my attention.
Well, we'll let you go, Alex. We'll let you go and play hide and seek. No, thank you. It's been absolutely amazing.
Bedtime now. It is bedtime now. That is it. But no, lovely. Honestly, I appreciate you inviting me along. Honestly, you guys are nice. It'd be nice to meet in person one day. If you do a collab and that. I can see your lovely spaces.
Get your woof.
You're welcome here.
Get your woof sorted out. Yeah. Get your woof sorted out, and we come over and.
My woof. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I set my page soon. Once the dust is settled, I'll sort it all out, and then
that would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, because it'd be nice to pick your brains too. Because like I said, it's good to learn from everyone. You can learn something from someone, even if you don't get along with them. But I feel like I'll get along with you guys. You have common interests.
Definitely.
I'm sure you smell nice too. Also, I didn't realize how you're that airy, man. You got loads of hair on you.
I have.
Yes, he's hiding more. I bet you're hiding loads under there too, eh?
Yeah.
He's complete opposite to me.
But you're in a hot
I've
spot.
got
I'll let you off. What's that?
I've got all Jamie's hair.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
nicked mine. Oh, well.
But no, honestly, I
All right,
appreciate
Alex.
you guys.
No, thank
Yeah.
you. It's been absolutely amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No, thank you. You're welcome. All the
Speak
best.
to you again
Yeah? Have a
soon.
good week. Take
And
it
you,
easy.
bud. See you later. Bye. Ta-da. How interesting was that?
What a lifestyle.
Absolutely amazing.
Some of the
Love that.
videos of Croft are just like, it's like just being in absolute paradise.
Yeah.
Not seeing another human being and beautiful water and plants, low growing plants everywhere, sheep everywhere.
That kind of shocked me when he showed us out the window, because whatever you see on the TV is one house and then miles and miles of greenery and everything, but then it's just like anywhere else in the UK, really, isn't it?
Yeah, there is obviously like towns and little villages and stuff like that, isn't there? And then obviously there's the crofts where he lived before that are quite remote, quite far in between each house.
Yeah, that's the thing. The weather would be the thing. You've got to be quite hardcore, have all that weather, haven't you?
It'd make you appreciate good weather.
The
That's for sure.
4-foot snow drifts and God knows what. Yeah, that's a bit major.
Yeah, you're walking back to the bar now.
I'm walking back towards the bar.
They'll all be leathered now.
They all walked past a little while ago.
No.
That'd give me abuse. Let me spin the camera.
Beautiful.
Lighthouse. Look at that posh lighthouse.
Oh, that.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Really pretty.
I'm going to have my dinner up there on Thursday. Thursday's a bit of a special day, but that's where I'm having my dinner.
Nice. What's the
Thursday the 16th of May. Something very special happened about 40-something years ago. My birthday! My birthday on Thursday.
I was trying to find something witty then, but it wasn't fast enough. Happy birthday for Thursday.
Thank you very much.
So me and Chris have been exciting tomorrow.
What are you up to?
So we're not at work tomorrow. We're working in a different place. We're working at a green-fingered hospice, planting of the garden.
Oh, that's the one that Linda put the shout out for to try and get people to come and help, wasn't it? Sheffield?
Yeah, it's literally in the next village to where Chris lives, so it's not a very far trip. So we're still working together, but we're not at work.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
There'll be rumours started about us.
Good. Oh, really? I'd love to have gone that, but it's just different.
There must be some down near you as well.
There is one. They're doing one in Norfolk in a minute, I think. Yeah. Or maybe it's just finished, to be honest.
So at some point you might get the chance.
Oh, Linda said she'll sort something out.
Wow.
It's really nice. It's been really, really nice. Right, I'm going to shoot off and go and have another drink.
You enjoy the rest of your evening.
Will do. Thanks, mate.
Have a lovely day on Thursday.
Will do. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thanks for everyone. See you next week.
See you, Marky. Ta-da.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Through the Garden Gate.